Capricorn, let's jump into love. Okay, this is quite interesting because you have the King and the Queen of Cups here. So there's definitely a very strong, significant relationship that's taking form here, or two people falling in love simultaneously. Now, this can happen fairly quickly. And I say that because the Tower card is here, which can, you know, make things happen very, very quickly. It could be falling in love, falling in lust, and things happening in a relationship, you know, fireworks and a lot of sparks being ignited. But a very strong emotional couple here, or you're reaching new heights in your relationship where you're both falling in love at the same time. I mentioned something about divine timing, and, you know, it almost looks like a Cupid here, floating on cloud 9. So you're both coming up with quite an intense energy here. Possibly even a twin flame union, okay? Or a soulmate connection here with the Two of Cups. Now, Two of Cups behind you in the 5 here, and then you have the Two of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like you don't see it now, but there's possibly a situation that has been or will occur, will have you feeling very, very, I guess, pessimistic, like you've almost lost something or someone. And because of that, you're not seeing it, but it's actually behind you an opportunity, you know, a destined opportunity for you to turn things around and do a complete, you know, 180 here, 360. So, you know, completion comes up in several of the cards here. So I think it's more about completing a cycle and coming into the next cycle of a relationship. For some of you, it can be endings of relationships, maybe. I think it's more to do with second cycles, however, and transitioning into the next phase. So major milestones, engagements, moving in together, emotionally, transitioning into something more filled with bondship, for example. So there's a lot of changes happening here, but there can be loss. And the Three of Cups can be seen here as a third-party situation. You do have the Tower card, which can symbolize scandals, shake-ups, things that are in contrast, obsessions, but it's unforeseen circumstances or something that you've built up from the ground up, you've laid foundations on. There could be a bit of setbacks here, and then there might be an opportunity. It's almost like a testing phase for some of you to really prove your loyalty and or commitment. Because again, you have another King, which has come up in your reading. So the King of Wands is not very settled, much, you know, not really like the King of Pentacles and unlike the King of Cups. He seeks adventure, and he's very fueled by desire and passion and being very in the moment. And as a result, he doesn't always make a wise choice or a wise decision. So if you are dealing with a fire sign, you may notice that this person could be a little bit unsettled. But he likes to move around and do things, and I feel like there's a foreign flame happening here. The World card could be an online connection, someone you meet online, someone foreign who's coming in. So if you have any trips planned, travel could definitely bring romance here for a lot of you. A lot of one-night stands. You know, the Tower card can be taboo activities. The Tower can be a phallic symbol here, so it can be lust and passion and, you know, something dark. You know, the Tower card can be toxic energy coming in here as well, but it could be a testing phase. Intimidating circumstances, which I sort of mentioned with the Emperor here. But for the most part, there's a lot of opportunity in love, opportunity to grow and complete a cycle and find concreteness. But there's something or someone that you might have to put in your past here. Or I don't know if it's like forgiveness, which forgiveness and reconciliation can be the King and Queen of transgressions, misconceptions, obstacles, presumptions. And maybe that's something you need to overcome and put it as water under a bridge here, Capricorn. Maybe that's what you need to do. Call a spade, agree to disagree this month in your relationships. That could be significant. But there could be a very strong, alluring, the Tower card can also be temptation. It's at a dark place. It's at a rocky place. And you see that rocky water here. The ship's a steadfastness and protection. So there's something you need to protect yourself, either from a person, maybe from their intentions. It can be a very dark and, stormy time for some of you in your relationships. But things will come to full circle. And it could be like that testing phase that's coming up for you this month. Let's move on and have a look at your career, business, creative pursuits. What's coming up for you, Capricorn? Three cards that represent the sign of Aries plus the Emperor, which is 4. This is very, very powerful. Anything you start now is deemed to be successful because the energy you're going to put into it is just absolutely fantastic here. A lot of commitment, dedication, and hard work coming through in your career. There's a lot of things you're pioneering. Could even be up to 4 things that you're pioneering because Aries is the initiator, the trailblazer, the trendsetter. So it could be 4 ideas, 4 different people coming to work with you, even 4 new beginnings, so to speak. But great energy. So anything that you're starting new beginnings, new jobs, could be a new job opportunity, absolutely. The Magician is known for his talents and crafts and is quite independent. So entrepreneurship comes up for a lot of you. Something that you'll be doing autonomously, starting your own business, starting your own consultancy, having more flexibility or autonomy in a current working situation, turning a hobby into a lucrative venture because there's money next to you. You've got the 8, the Knight, and the King of Pentacles this month in your career, Capricorn, which I feel points to a lot of abundance coming in, a lot of hard work. You're very, very committed, but I feel like hard work is going to gain you more money. So I feel for those based in incentive-based jobs, there is an opportunity to make quite a bit of money here. I just want to say, though, a bit of a disclaimer here. If something is too good to be true, chances are it probably is. And I hate to burst your bubble in that way, Cappy, but the Magician can be seen as a bit of a manipulator. You do have 2 infinity symbols, which would be 88. This is double whammy. But the Magician manipulates the way we see things for entertainment, okay? And the Magician doesn't always reveal its secrets. The fact that you also have the Fool card here could be a situation where you're not paying attention to detail or you're going into something willy-nilly. And this would be unlike you, Capricorn. You tend to be quite practical. You tend to weigh things up realistically, logically. So I feel like it's, I guess, cautionary here that you do maintain the attitude of the Knight of Pentacles, which can be a little bit precautious, can take his time coming into something here. So I guess I just wanted to mention that. But for the most part, the Knight of Pentacles can be a new job offer. So I do sense a new chapter for a lot of you in regards to work. Something is in its early stages here with the Sun card. The child can represent development and learning. So you might be developing as an employee. You might be developing someone around you. You might be going back to school for the purposes of work to excel at your career, maybe to earn more money. TAFE, university, college, a trade school, night school. The child is learning. It could even be you have to learn new things for your job, new software, a new way of doing things, a new approach. Definitely travel opportunities for some of you, being based in between 2 different locations or going back and forth. You might be needed in some of these locations here because the Fool card is a traveler. But there's also submission. So you're submitting something maybe. And I say submission because he holds the white rose in his hand and he sort of submits to what is. The universe has, where the sun guides him, that's where he follows. He's following the sun, chasing the sun here. So I guess I like the attitude, but there could be a submission. Submission to another person, another situation, submission of documents, submission of applications, something about surrendering or submitting here. For some of you, that might be coming up, that might be significant in the month. But the Fool card also moves, there's a commute here, or an increased commute maybe, for some of you. But you're really making a name for yourself. You can see that he's pictured, you are the Pentacles, and he's pictured carving something out here. So your name could be attributed to something, or you might be receiving some sort of published work or work that's in progress. You can see he's still working on that Pentacle. So there could be a work in progress happening here for some of you. Maybe finishing touches here on a project of some kind. And maybe you're getting feedback from these influential people that you work with, or influential, I guess, criticism, reviews for your business, for your work ethic. Lots of new beginnings in the workplace, lots of motivation. You could also be working with someone who's less experienced. So inexperienced, you might be inexperienced at something and you know, fighting to succeed at it, which you will. Things will come full circle. And if you have had some sort of obstacles or a bit of back and forth in the workplace, this is definitely going to improve here in a very beautiful way for you. I will leave it at that though, Capricorn, and we shall be chatting very soon. Thanks again. Bye for now.